Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the revision of the UT as well as mock test syllabus. As you know, your syllabus has 4 chapters, chapter 1, 2, 3 and chapter 12. Now first we will start with first chapter revision. For this whole chapter, few questions will be done and then in parallel assignment will be given to you. The first chapter, number system. First of all, we have to understand what are the different types of numbers. As you have done in your earlier classes also, natural numbers, whole numbers, then we come to integers, rational numbers. This is the total form of numbers. To understand it properly, let's watch this video first.
Numbers. For tens of thousands of years, people invented different ways of counting things. Things such as rabbits or coconuts, or people or days. In mathematics, the counting numbers are called the natural numbers. Natural numbers starts with 1. There is no limit to the largest natural number. Natural numbers do not include the number 0. The set of all natural numbers is denoted by the capital letter N. When people started counting things, there was no point to invent number for nothing. Why would you say the number of banana we have is 0, when you could just say no banana today? However, once positional notation was invented, a symbol to represent 0 was needed as a placeholder for columns containing no digits. For instance, the number 2001 represents 2000 plus 0 hundreds plus 0 tens plus 1 ones. Without the 0 symbol, this number becomes quite confusing. So, people started including 0 in counting numbers. Natural numbers plus 0 are known as whole numbers. It is represented by capital letter W. With addition of negative numbers and whole numbers, we have integers. It is represented by capital letter Z, or sometimes with capital letter I. Numbers of the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not 0, are known as rational numbers. It is denoted by capital letter Q. We can perform all 4 mathematical operations, that is, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, on any 2 rational numbers and represent the result as a rational number. But what about this situation? There are some quantities which cannot be represented as a rational number. Such quantities were defined as irrational numbers. By combining rational numbers with irrational numbers, we have real numbers. Any point on a number line is a real number. Real numbers are denoted by capital letter R.
Next topic is real numbers and their decimal representation. Now to represent rational number, what is the form of our decimal expansion of this? If the decimal expansion terminates, then it is a rational number. For example, decimal expansion terminates, then it becomes a rational number. You have to find whether it is a rational number or not, then its decimal expansion must terminate. For example, 1 by 5, 2 by 5. When you divide it, the decimal expansion terminates. Then we call it a rational number. Or this should be the condition, and the second, or decimal expansion if is non-terminating but repeating. In both the cases, we say it is a rational number. If the decimal expansion is non-terminating but repeating. For example, you are having decimal expansion 1 by 7. When you divide it, it will go on repeating. Or you can say 1 by 0.444444 and so on. When it is non-terminating, this is non-terminating, it is not terminating and repeating also. When you divide 1 by 7, then you get the 0.1. This is the decimal expansion which you get. This is the non-terminating but repeating. The digits will be repeated after a certain number of digits. Then we say it is a decimal expansion, non-terminating repeating, then it is a rational number. But for irrational number, what is the decimal expansion? For irrational number, the decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-repeating. For example, any decimal expansion 0.1357012844 and so on. The digits are not repeated anywhere. You can see no digit is exact pattern is formed here. So this type of expansion is there, then we call it irrational number. Also the values of √2, √3, √7, 5, all these are irrational numbers. Pi is also an irrational number. So this is all about your rational and irrational number and their decimal expansion. How to express it as decimal and in decimal expansion form. When it terminates, then it is rational, and when it is non-terminating but repeating, then it is also rational. But when non-terminating, non-repeating, then it is irrational number. Now the type is if you have to find rational numbers between two given rational numbers. You are given two rational numbers 2/3 and 1/5, and you have to find any 5 or any 3 rational numbers between these two. Now what you will do, you can find LCM of 3 and 5, that is 15. Make it same. The LCM for both the numbers, make it same. How will you make it same? 2/5, 10/15, and 1/5 is 3/3. That comes 3/15. Now you are having 3/15 and 5/15. Now between these we cannot find any irrational number. So what we will do? We will again make the same denominator by writing it 10/15 and 3/15 is again 30/150. So you have to find any 5 rational numbers between these. So you can write any 5, any 10, 30/150 and 100/150. From 30 to 100 you will have several rational numbers. You can write any 5, 31, 37, 42, 47. You can write any 5 rational numbers between 59, any 5 you can write, any 7, whatever it is asked to you. So you can write the rational numbers between two given rational numbers by first making their denominator same. When denominator is same 3 to 10, even then from 3 to 10 you can write those rational numbers, or more are required, then you can make it 150 by making it multiplying by 10. Again you can make it the rational numbers between these two. Now the next type is if you are asked to find two irrational numbers between any two rational numbers. I am taking the same rational numbers which I have taken in the previous one. There can be any different digits can be there. You are asked to find irrational numbers between these two. Now to find irrational number between these two, we will first write it in the decimal expansion form. How you will write it? Divide 2/3. What you will get? 0. This is division is there. So 6/3. When you divide it, what you will get? This will go on, carry on like this. You will get 0.666 and so on. So 2/3 can be written as decimal expansion 0.6 bar or 0.6666 and so on. This is non-terminating but repeating decimal expansion. And 1/5 is, it is 0.2, that becomes, this is terminating. So 1/5 is 0.2, that is terminating. So I have given you both the examples of this again, non-terminating but repeating and terminating decimal expansion. Both are rational numbers. Now when you have got the decimal expansion of these two, you can write any 2, 5, 7, whatever is required irrational numbers. Irrational numbers between these two will be, as you can see, it should lie between 0.2 to 0.6. 666 is carrying on. You can write any two irrational numbers which are non-terminating and non-repeating. 0. I will say 3, 4, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 0, 5, 8, and you have to show this endless process because this indicates non-terminating. It is irrational number which is non-terminating and non-repeating. No fixed pattern is formed here in the digits, so it is non-repeating, and this dots show that the process is endless, it is non-repeating. Any other irrational number you want to write, it can be 4, 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, 5, 8, 0, 1, 3 and so on. Any digits you can write, and it should be non-terminating and non-repeating, so those become irrational number. So when you are given two rational numbers, write it in the decimal expansion form and then write any two irrational numbers between these two. If you are given root values also, if you are given two irrational numbers, root 2 and root 5 are given to you, so you know how to find out the square roots of these two numbers. Find the square root of 2 and square root of 5, and then you will get the decimal expansion of these two, and after that you can write any two irrational numbers for these two, lying between these two irrational numbers. Now the next type, which is very important from exam point of view, this is how to express the given rational number in P by Q form. This is bar represents that this is non-terminating but repeating. I can write it as like this also, 18.48, 48, 48, 48 and so on. I can write it like this. This you have to write it in P by Q form. So first of all, this question is very important. When you are getting bar, so this is to be represented in P by Q form. First you will take x is equal to 18.48. We suppose x is this value. Now bar is on how many digits? This is to be multiplied by so many number of zeros. Means when it is on 2 digits, so we will multiply it by 100. This question is to be multiplied by 100. If bar is on 1 digit, then we will multiply it by 10. So 100x is equal to 18.484848 and so on. This is 100 multiplied by this also. I am taking this number, so what you will get, 100x is equal to 1848.48484. This 48 is endless, so it is going on, but 2 digits will come to this side because it is multiplied by 100. Now these two equations are to be subtracted. 2 minus 1 gives this. This is, you have to subtract these two. 2 minus 1 gives 100x minus x is equal to 1848.484848 and so on, and minus 18.484848 and so on. These two are subtracted. 100 minus x is 99x, which gives you, this is subtracted from here. After decimal you are getting all zeros, and here you will get 1830.00. So which gives you 1830 upon 99. Now this is to be written in smallest form also. This is very important. If you don't write it in smallest form, your marks get deducted. So this comes out to be 610 divided by 33. So it is written in P by Q form. X is 610 by 33. You have to write it in smallest form. It is very important. Lowest terms, which you call lowest term, it is very important. So when the bar is on 2 digits, you will multiply it by 100. When bar is on 1 digit, you will multiply it by 10. When bar is on 3 digits, you will multiply it by 1000. And then continuously, following the same steps, you will multiply the two equations to get the P by Q form. Now after this, we have the representation on the number line. Representation of irrational numbers, root 2, root 3, root 5. This we have done already. Just you have to go through it, how to represent it on the number line. You look at the videos very carefully, which were you explained to you earlier, and then you can represent it on the number line. And the other part that is deleted, the representation of 9.33 the decimal numbers are deleted from your syllabus, so no need to do that. Only representation of root 2, root 3, root 5, similar numbers, root 10, it is to be done. That's it about the